After a lot of research and spending a lot of time trying to figure out the right way to post a YouTube video, I realized it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the only video that really matters to me to get up here is this one, and that's the video about you. The most important thing in the world is you. My name is April Dawn Matthews. I'm an alternative medicine practitioner, or you can just think spiritual coach, life coach, whatever you want to put it in. It doesn't matter what my title is. What matters is that you realize how important you are in this world. You really are integral to this entire place. If you want to call this a construct, a matrix, if you believe that this is God's creation, whatever your belief system, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you know that you are important in it, that you are an important piece of it, and that you do make a difference in it. There truly is no one else like you. No one else thinks like you. No one else performs like you, does what you do, thinks like you think. Doesn't matter what your skills are. It doesn't matter what your talents are. Nobody else has them. Even if 1,000 other people do what you do, you're the only one that does it the way you do it. And that's important. And I want to address, maybe today was a hard day for you to get up, or maybe yesterday was. Maybe you've had a series of hard days getting up. Maybe you've had a series of hard days getting going or convincing yourself that this is worth it. And it is. And it may not seem like it right now. And it may not seem like it tomorrow. But it will. And you will make a difference for someone. There is someone out there that you'll make a difference for. And you'll make a difference for yourself too. This person may not even be in your life right now. You may not have even met them. Or this person may be in your life and they're just quietly in the background and you don't even know they're there. This could be somebody that was in your life and you've lost track of them. They're long gone. But they come back in your life much later. And you're going to be so important to their survival, to them healing themselves, to them getting on with their lives. It could be just tough to even think about having to go home. It could be so tough to think about going to work. It could be so tough just thinking about trying to get through the day. It could be anything. You could be lonely, frightened, scared, wounded. Maybe somebody is just lashing out at you and you're just so tired of it. You just don't know where to turn. Maybe you're one of my men that is quietly suffering in a relationship with somebody where you're just so abused. And you're a big, strong guy. And you can't let anybody know that. Or maybe you're a woman who's in the same situation. And you just have to keep quiet and not say anything. Because we can't let anybody know anything's wrong. But you can. There's support for you. There is. There's support out there. And you do matter. And you do have a right to be strong. You do have a right to be loved. You do have a right to be recognized and to be cared for. And you are important. You do matter. Whether you matter to your kids or your parents or your aunts or your uncles or your friends. Whether you matter to your cat or your dog or your bird. It doesn't matter what it is, you do matter. And again, maybe there's not somebody in the picture right now, but maybe somebody comes into the picture or came into the picture a long time ago and will come back into the picture later. We don't know what life has for us. We don't know what unfolds. We really don't. It's possible that somebody was there that will show up years from now. I've seen this happen recently, and it was extraordinary, and it brought an amazing healing for both people. After 40 years of no contact, not knowing where the other one was. And I've seen people that just drifted apart for a short period of time. I've seen friends that lost each other for 15, 20, 30 years. And they suddenly came back together, and it was the most extraordinary thing. It was the best friendship, and it just picked up right where I left off. And it ended up being the exact support system that one or the other of them needed to move on from a bad situation in their lives. So even though you can't see right now a silver lining or a rainbow, it doesn't mean that that rainbow isn't right there. And if people are acting out in your life in a way that's making it hard for you, if things are coming forward for you that are rough, if that coworker's lashing out, if that person's lashing out, if things are coming around or coming through that you just don't understand, remember, people are wounded. People are traumatized. And people act from wound. Maybe you didn't do anything wrong. You may not be the one that did anything wrong. And you probably weren't. It could just be their wound that they need to work on. And that's not for you. And you don't have to carry that bag. You don't have to carry that weight. And it's okay to ask them to get help too. If this is someone that's close in your life that is next to you, that you have to walk with all the time. It's okay for you to have boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. Remember that you are the most important thing in your life. And it's important that you honor that. And if you need help, reach out for help. There are resources. There are so many resources. I know in the darkness of it, it doesn't seem like there are, but there are. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're going through an abusive relationship, loneliness, a spiritual awakening. Dark night of the soul is always a rough one. Whatever it is, there's a resource out there for it, and you're worth having that resource. So remember, you bring something valuable to the table, even though you may not recognize it, even though you may not know what it is. You really are important. There's only one you, and we need you. We don't know what the ripple is that you bring in the pond, but we want to find out, don't you? Because if you don't, you should. It could be something really spectacular. And you're going to look back and go, wow, that is so amazing. I would have never thought that. It's been an absolute honor making this first video for you. I don't edit. So if I flubbed up words, it's just me. This is just who I am. So I really mean every word that I said here today. It really is important to me that you remember that you are important. Don't underestimate smiling at somebody. Don't underestimate a kind word. Don't underestimate the joke you tell somebody at work that makes them smile or laugh or lightens their day. Don't underestimate carrying somebody's groceries or putting their cart back, or just the simplest kindnesses can make such a difference for people. And for my people that are really struggling with their identity right now, I know that this can be a really rough time. Don't give up. You are who you are. And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Who you are is very unique and it's very special. And you have to honor that. And don't live in fear. Just don't. Give this time. Give the world time. Things are raw. Emotions are raw. Things are very unsettled right now. But give it time. Time doesn't heal all wounds. It truly doesn't. But it softens them. It softens emotions. It gives people time to process. And so I urge you, give people time to process. Don't give up on who you are. Don't give up on what you are. Don't give up on your hopes and your dreams. For all of you out there, we really are one. We truly are. We're all on this planet together. We're all having this experience together. Each one of us matters. And you are important. And I am sending all of my love to you. I wish you all the best.